Okay. So hello everyone. Welcome to BBLSI Design Lecture number 29E. Today we are going to discuss the chart sharing in domino CMOS logic and its remedy. So the chart sharing problem was already discussed in dynamic CMOS logic, but it is also there in your domino CMOS logic. So we have analyzed the chart sharing in case of your dynamic CMOS logic before. Okay, in especially in case of a dynamic NAND tree, this analysis is extended to the chart sharing in a domino AND gate. Okay, so over here we have seen before that, whenever in the evaluate state, when A and B inputs are 1 and 1 and C is 0, the output node shares the charge between the output capacitor C out, shares the charge between C1 and C2. That's why the output volt reduces. So basically we can say that the output V out decays in time due to charge sharing and then because of charge leakage, right? So this decay in the voltage is extended in case of your domino and tree logic, but in this case it happens to the internal node. Okay, so same thing whatever we have learned in the dynamic uh, NAND tree analysis, it applies to domino also, but at the internal node X. Okay, so here the charge sharing takes place between the capacitor Cx, C1 and C2. Fine, when during the evaluate state, when the clock is 1. So over here Vx voltage decays in time due to charge sharing and then due to charge leakage, and then this is feeded to the static CMOS inverter, where we have another capacitor C out, where the voltage across the capacitor is the actual output. Okay, now let us go into detail a little bit. This is the very important concept that if Vin is less than VIL, then we have a logic 0. Then it is interpreted as logic 0. If it is interpreted correctly as a logic 0, it will produce a logic 1 output, which is VOH. And this is applied, output is applied as an input to the second inverter. And if that input is greater than VIH, then only it will be correctly interpreted as logic 1, and it will produce a strong logic 0 correctly at the output. Okay, now let us extend this charge sharing concept little bit in case of a domino logic, key what really it does to the domino logic. Okay, so here we have a situation of charge sharing. So the clock is 1, A and B is 1, MA and MB transistors are on, and the CX charge is set between C1 and C2. Okay, so that means my VX voltage should hold the VDD level ideally, but it will not. Okay, in spite of transistor C being off, I mean the input C with for the transistor MC being off, still the output is not holding the voltage at VDD. It is slightly dropping. And why it is reducing? Because the charge is being shared between CX, C1 and C2. So let's say that this charge is dropping down in time from 5 volts. It goes to 4 volt and 3.5. So let's say the VIH of this inverter is 2.8. So as long as Vx is greater than the VIH, this CMOS inverter will correctly interpret this as a logic 1. So Vx will be correctly interpreted as a logic 1 output and a logic 1, logic 1 input to the CMOS inverter. Okay, that means what? A logic 1 is applied to the CMOS inverter. So at the output, it will correctly detect a V out equal to logic 0. Okay, because if you apply a logic 1 over here, your MN1 transistor will be on and your output node will discharge via this MN1 transistor. Okay, so that means if Vx is greater than VIH of the static inverter, output correctly recognizes logic 0. Okay, V out 1 correctly recognizes logic 0 at the output. So in this case scenario, the outputs are valid. Let us go down the line. So let's say that input is, the Vx voltage is still dropping down. It has gone from 5 volts, it has gone to 3 volts, and now it has become 2.8, 2.7 in fact. So as soon as it reaches 2.7, my Vin has become less than VIH. My Vin has become less than VIH. So this inverter will interpret the logic 1 input incorrectly. Okay, whenever Vin becomes lesser than VIH, it will incorrectly interpret it as logic 1. Okay, it might treat it as logic 0. So the moment it treats it as logic 0, the output will be 5 volts. Okay, because if it considers it as logic 0, my MP1 transistor will be on, and the output node will be charged towards VDD via Cout transistor, which is wrong, which is absolutely wrong. The Vout should be 0, and it is incorrectly interpreting the logic 0 as logic 1, which is the logical error. So this is the problem of charge sharing in the domino and tree gate, wherein the outputs are not valid in this case. Okay, so if the node internal node voltage Vx drops below the VIH of the inverter, then only my output will be incorrectly interpreted as another logic. Okay, so this is a problem. And how to solve this problem? So there is a remedy which is called as a charge keeper circuit. This is the remedy for the charge sharing problem in domino logic. We have seen a charge keeper circuit in dynamic logic also. It is not so much different. It is mostly the same. So, this is a simple solution which we are applying. So here is my domino logic for a 2-input AND gate. Okay. And only additional thing is this MBL leader transistor or a keeper transistor. Okay. This orange color thing which we have drawn over here, which is my PMOS transistor, is the addition to the network. Okay. Now let us understand how this will prevent the charge sharing problem. So during the pre-charge phase, there is no problem. So clock is 0. We are entering the pre-charge phase. MP transistor is on. So Vx will be at VDD level. My Vout will be at 0. This 0 is fed to the input gate terminal of my MBL. MBL turns on, and again it charges this internal node X towards VDD. So in short, there is no problem in this phase. So your output will remain at 0 volt irrespective of A and B inputs. Let us go to the next case. Okay. So let us go to the case where A is 1 and B is 0. Okay. So in this case, let me just reduce it. Okay. I have to, yeah. So A is 1, B is 0. So that means MB transistor is off and the clock is 1. So the pull down network is off. That means this capacitor, internal capacitor CX, cannot discharge to the ground. So that means the internal node X should remain should hold the pre-charge value of VDD. That means Vx should be VDD. But let's say due to charge sharing problem, even the node X voltage drops. So what will happen? Still, the node X voltage is enough to drive the static inverter. So the output of static inverter will become 0 immediately. So this Vout equal to 0 is fed to the gate terminal of my PMOS transistor MBL. So MBL transistor turns on instantly, and whatever charges were lost during the evaluate phase, it is now covered up. Okay. And again, during the same evaluate phase, CX charges to the VDD via MBL transistor. So in this way, your charge sharing problem, which was reducing the internal node voltage, is getting solved now, because as soon as we go beyond the static inverter, if we apply a logic 1 over here, the static one makes it a logic 0, and that will turn on this MBL transistor. So your internal node voltage will be VDD. So output again will be a strong 0. Okay. So in this way, this will maintain the output voltage as 0 volt for for A as 1 and B as 0. Okay. So this is an AND gate, so it is proper. Vout should be 0 only. Let us check the next case. Next case also we have interchange. Now 0, A is 0 and B is 1. Same thing will happen. Okay. Let us consider for 1 and 1. For A and B as 1 and 1. So in this case, both A and B are 1 and 1. So the pull down network is on, and also the clock is 1. So MN transistor is on. So your node X will discharge towards the ground with the help of CX transistor via MA, MB and MN transistor. That means Vx voltage will be 0. So the Vout voltage will be VDD because we have applied a static inverter. This one will turn off the MBL transistor. Obviously, right? So in this case, your bleeder transistor plays no role and the output is valid. Fine. Let us check the last case where we have A and B both as 0. So when A and B both are 0, the node voltage X should remain at VDD, but it might fall down due to the static CMOS inverter. But sorry, it might fall down due to charge sharing problem, but it is sufficient to drive the static CMOS inverter. So the output of the static CMOS inverter will be logic 0. This logic 0 will in turn turn on the MBL transistor. a bleeder transistor. So whenever this bleeder transistor is turned on, it will pull up the internal node voltage towards VDD. And when again it is pulled up towards VDD, my Vx value will be VDD, and again my output will remain at 0 volt for A and B 0 0. So in this way, my keeper transistor circuit will be solving the problem of charge sharing more or less in case of your domino CMOS logic. I guess that is all for this topic of charge keeper circuit. That is a remedy for charge sharing, and somewhat it's a remedy for charge leakage also. Okay, in domino logic. So that is all for today's topic. Next time we will cover with a multiple output domino logic. That is model logic. So until then, have a good day and thank you.